welcome to another You're Done podcast episode with your girl, Be More, Never Less. And I know y'all thinking, where is Big Desto? Not the little one. My girl is on maternity leave, okay? She may or may not be popping in for this small series that we have going on for the month of May. Y'all will see her for the rest of season 6. But for the month of May, we're doing something very special that I think is very important that we actually have done an episode with Miss Rhevan here, our guest today. She's on episode 2 of season 6 that is pretty much what do people not share, pregnancy and postpartum. We getting down to the nitty gritty of it all. So this is a small series that we're doing during the whole month of May. It's called the Mom Series, and we're essentially having real conversations around motherhood. Not your Instagram reel, not your little highlight, but the realness of motherhood, okay? So we have brought Rhevan back because I feel like we had so much to say on that episode that we didn't even get to some other stuff that I thought we should have been able to discuss. So I'm just gonna ask Miss Rhevan a few questions just to kind of further help out any other mom that may be struggling during postpartum, or maybe you not, but you know a mom. And these are ways that we can all help in this community, because motherhood is not, it should not be a thing that you feel like you have to sit in silence and it's just you and your baby. Like, it takes your friends, your cousins, that classmate that whoever to help you out. So that's what this is all about. So welcome back, Rhevan.
Thank you for having me.
We had so much fun the last time, so I was like, you know what? Let's kick it off with my girl.
Absolutely.
So I actually wanted to start this series off. Y'all know on our regular episodes of the You're Done podcast, we're always saying what we're done with. Motherhood, you're never done. As my kids get older, I don't care when they 40, them are still my babies. So I first wanted to ask all the mothers that will be on this series with us, like, how are you doing today? I don't think we ask that enough. We always be like, how the baby doing? But mama, how are you today?
Thank you for asking. That is such a wonderful question because people are typically asking, how's the baby? Is baby here yet? Like countdown.
Right?
But I'm at peace. I am patiently waiting. I'm actually on maternity leave right now.
Okay.
I think he's coming possibly this weekend, but definitely due date is a week from today. So
Okay.
I'm full term. I'm feeling grateful. Reason being, my first pregnancy, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. So I had to go into the hospital at 37 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for 8 days. And so, yeah, I was really sick
Yes.
before, during, and after. So, really grateful because this pregnancy has been completely different. It's been full of peace.
Hey.
My feet looked like the Nutty Professor in my first pregnancy. I kid you not. That's a part of the preeclampsia. Like, my feet were unrecognizable. They were so huge and swollen. Like, the skin around my feet were like screaming.
Oh my
So
goodness.
to look down at my feet and they look like my regular feet is just, it's that in itself is a blessing. So my blood pressure is great. So I'm feeling
Good.
grateful. Physically, your girl is experiencing Braxton Hicks like crazy. So I know that he's trying to say, hey, I'm about to make my
I'm ready
debut.
to come.
Yeah. I have to take small little shuffle steps because I feel him. He is solo.
He said he's ready to come into the world.
Yes, and I'm ready for him to come too.
Good. That's good. It's good. I mean, that's how it is though. Once you get to the end, you're like, this has been a beautiful journey. We've had fun, but yeah, go ahead and make your way to the exit. Let's exit stage left. Come on.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad to see that you're still smiling, even though and I'm glad that you're here too, because I know when you get down to the tail end of pregnancy, as you're about to enter postpartum, I already know. You're in nesting, but then you still are, trying to be there for, if you already have kids and you're trying to be there for your child, you still probably, some people still work up until that baby about to come. So
Yep.
listen, I'm just happy that you smiling and you got this, girl.
Thank you.
So it kind of leads us though into my first question, which is, I know I've dealt with it, I think the most postpartum this go round with my third child, but have you ever felt the need to like literally push yourself back, or have you felt like As soon as that baby came out and that doctor said, "All right, you cleared," you was like, "Oh, I can go back to doing everything I was doing before. Let's do this." Like, do you feel the pressure of that, or have you felt like that?
So, yes and no. I say yes because with my first pregnancy, I had an emergency C section.
Okay.
So, the recovery was totally different. I labored for days. They induced me that Tuesday. I didn't have her till that Friday. So what I'm hearing from doctors is when you have an emergency C-section, you labored as though you're going to have a vaginal birth. That's
Mhm.
harder as a recovery on your body than having a planned C-section.
Gotcha.
So the yes part to your question, pretty much I knew like I really couldn't walk when I came from the hospital. I had to sit and allow other people to cater to me.
Yeah.
And main reason I had also quit my meds cold turkey 3 days after having this the surgery, and there's reasons behind that.
Yes.
It was not something I wanted to do, but I felt like I absolutely needed to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I still felt like okay, I've been like out for the count 8 days, everybody catering to me. You know, sometimes you let that inner voice talk to you and say like you're being a burden, like, all right, hurry up,
Yes.
like you can do something. You surely can go to the restroom without being assisted. Like, so you start to feel guilty for being cared for. So I would
Yeah.
say that pressure. And then also when you're so used to being self-sufficient and you have a former background as an athlete, and you're very driven, can find it very hard to ask for help. And
Yeah.
being on that other end of the spectrum of receiving it. And so it takes a lot of self soothing and choosing to believe, no, I'm worthy of
Yeah.
being assisted. Like, I have people who are surrounding me who love me and they want to help me, So I had to alleviate that, but there was days where I was like, I literally could. My child was 5 pounds and 12 ounces. No, 5 pounds 14 ounces.
She
I
tiny.
could not even carry her to changing station to change her diaper. Like I literally was sitting in one spot majority of the day unless I
Yeah.
was going to the restroom. So there was days where I was like, no, I physically just can't. I can't even pretend that I can. So that's where the no
Yeah.
portion to your question comes from too. So
Right?
I'm hoping going into this, next birth experience that it's going to be completely different, full of peace, less traumatic, and a healthy delivery for both me and baby. So
Yeah.
hopefully the healing process doesn't take as long because when I tell you like 8 months down the road, I felt like I like re-injured myself. And like that
Yeah.
day, I was like, I literally can't walk my baby to change her diaper. Like, what is going on? So there
Yeah.
was some days where I just needed to be okay with asking for help. And
Mhm.
there were some days where I felt like, oh, I'm on top of the world. I can I can change her diaper, get her milk, like use the restroom and not have to have somebody walk with me, like
Yeah.
yeah. So every
I
day it was
think,
up and down. That's when I learned. That was my one of my first injuries actually. It was the C-section
wow.
outside of
Yeah.
a
No.
sprained ankle, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's important to highlight that the one word you use is burden, because I think as moms,
Mhm.
well, first off, as women, it's already, I feel like, because we've carried the baby. Like,
Yes.
at this point, they're like, you're the one who's nurturing the baby. You're going, I mean, yes, it takes a man and a woman to make a baby. You need two to tango. But
Yes.
I'm the one supplying everything in this moment for this child to remain in my womb and to get it out safely. Me and the Lord. That's all there is at this point. And so I feel like once it's in the world, now I'm really wrapped up in like, oh, I'm protecting my baby at all costs. And
Yes.
when you feel like you can't do that, you feel less than, you feel like you're letting your baby down, you're letting yourself down. So then there's this whole like you're trying to pick yourself up, but then your hormones are going crazy.
Girl.
You start crying for no reason. It's just like insane. And then you remember who you used to be, and you like, how I get back to her. So you're trying to do all these old routines. Baby, them routines is old.
Yes.
Play it out. That cut the record off, throw it in the trash. It ain't coming back. Okay. And that has been the hardest thing for me to realize this go round. So I'm so glad that you hit on that, because I think as moms, we don't hear that enough, that other moms are feeling that as a burden, feeling like they're a burden to someone else.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, that's my friend, girl. She gave me a call. She came over there, and it's like, yeah, I took a shower, but then you handed me the baby right back. I really
Ooh,
didn't get a break, y'all.
okay.
There's no break there. So yes, so that is great. So I'm gonna jump around, because just based on what you said, getting into this next question, I know in the episode that you were on, you talked about. Well, I know that your family is from where we're from, but then you live a few hours away. No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, on Tuesday I can drive 30 minutes and come hang out and help you out.
Right.
So with that being the case, how has the transition been, or how have you found your own village, I should say, because you already have one baby, now you're having another, and we're speaking on the facts of, hey, I need help and I'm going to ask for it. So how have you
Right.
found your own village, considering that your immediate village isn't nearby?
Yeah, absolutely. That is so important. That's a topic that I've been like really passionate about because I felt like when we were growing up, our parents lived 5 minutes from our grandparents. That at least that was the case for me. And I had three sets of grandparents. So they would rotation pick us up from school. They would have
Yeah.
dinner ready for us, not saying that my parents didn't cook, they cooked too, but I
Yeah.
do have fond memories with my grandparents where they're picking us up from school. We're going to the corner store. I'm getting gummy bears, Jackie's getting jelly beans or Cheetos.
Yeah.
And then we're going back to their house. We're eating rice and beans and cornbread or whatever they have for us.
You was grubbing.
So the memories are vivid.
Yes.
But, they had that village to lean on, but I'm seeing, at least for like millennials, like we're moving away from home sometimes, sometimes out of state. And
Yeah.
then when we're having kids, we don't have grandma and grandpa right around the corner.
Mm.
Or grandma and grandpa were retired. And so they had the availability to physically be there for us. So with my situation, I would say Miles's parents are here in the Metroplex, so when they're available, we do lean on them. But we did go from just one grandchild in the family to four in 1 year. So, we are sharing.
Yes.
And also, and I like to consider like their schedule and what they are doing in their personal lives. I think what we need to do is a better job of asking,
Yeah.
versus talking ourselves out of it before mentioning it.
I'm guilty.
And
I'm
that's what
guilty
I'm
of
going to
that.
do with this postpartum because I cannot afford to have a similar postpartum than what I had the first time because I definitely was very, very depressed, but I hid that from a lot of people. And so, what I've been noticing, because I'm technically still postpartum, honestly,
Yeah.
my baby's she's just one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Won't be two
You're
until
still
later
in it.
on this year. Yeah. So I have learned to, like, when I would go out on my walks, I'm seeing other families saying hi, introducing myself, and one of my neighbors here on our street is very social and she has created a community,
Nice.
like a village out of our community. So we have a moms group for our neighborhood and she is pretty much like the facilitator. She's checking and filtering people and then like adding the moms in and
Yeah.
she'll periodically have gatherings at her place. So now it's inspired other moms to have like, "Well, let's just do a charcuterie board party
Yeah.
or hey, I'm thinking Galentine's, no kids or Like, hey, I'm getting ready to go to the park. Is anybody else available?
That's
So it's that has been really reassuring, and it helped me to not feel like I was on this island alone.
yeah.
And I would say just asking questions, because sometimes you like, how do y'all have a babysitter? I'm in the middle of nowhere where I don't really know anybody. Do y'all know where? So they're like sittercity.com, or like, putting out different platforms, or hey, this girl from my church used to babysit our daughter, but we didn't need her services anymore, but she's great. I'd love to share that with you. So
Yeah.
that has been super helpful. And then also I will be asking my friends. So friends, if
Yeah.
y'all are listening, aunties and uncles, I will be asking y'all, hey, Mila
Yes.
said that she wants to see you. Because
In
it
person. She wants to
literally,
see you in person, not FaceTime.
okay, because it literally takes a village. And I always heard that. I'm like, yeah, of course. And I did not understand the depths of that.
Yeah.
People don't understand, moms struggle to shower, moms struggle to brush their teeth, moms struggle to look presentable, and it's just like, well, like, why? And I didn't understand it till I went through it, and it's just
Hmm.
like you said, it could be your hormones playing tricks on you mentally.
Yes.
Like, I need my baby. You feel like you need to have your child like by
Yeah.
your side, like, or you're, oh my gosh, COVID's going around. Like, I need people to wear a mask. Maybe I shouldn't have people come over. There's so many different things that happen that honestly is almost like out of your control.
That part.
And right, and you just feel like you have to be there 24/7, or you're so tired that you choose sleep every time.
And that's okay
Some
if you're going to
right.
choose it.
Right. And then there's parts, when you first have your kid, your baby is eating every 2 hours. Every 2 hours.
It's like clockwork. But
Yes.
1 second, because to talk about realness, y'all, I have this jacket on. Now, there's no reason. I live in Texas. There's no reason for this jacket to be zipped up this high, but I'm not going to lie to you. I showered, I got dressed, I held my baby. I fed him, held him. He puked on this shirt. That's why this jacket is this. I am not
Thank you for
changing this
sharing
shirt.
that.
I'm not changing it. I just covered it up.
And you're
Who's going to know?
here
Well,
and you're
y'all know now.
sharing inspiration to other moms. Like,
It's, and
this is how
this
we
is
show
real.
up.
Right. Literally, this is how I got to show up. And I am learning that I'm not a burden to anybody. It's okay to ask for help. Don't make the answer for your village. Let them say no if they're going to say no. And if they do, okay. But they
Absolutely.
very well is going to say yes. So that's great. But the one thing when you talked about taking a shower and just doing the simple things,
Mm-hmm.
it is no joke. And I didn't want any of this or the things that we're saying to come off like, oh my God, like postpartum is tough. It's hard. And I can't do anything. I'm gonna be honest with you, it is hard. But I'm hoping that through the series and through the information that we're already giving you, you like, dang, other moms are going through it. Like, you're not the only mom that ain't showered in 2 days. Now, I know
Yeah.
you like to get in there with your loofah, you exfoliating, you got the 10-step skincare routine. That's going to need to come down to maybe 2 steps, okay? Get you a oil and shower gel because you moisturize and because you may not be able to put on lotion, but at least now you
Okay.
feel moisturized, okay? Natrium is a really good brand, by the way, and it's very affordable. So I feel like there's a lot of like small things and the things that we're saying, not to
Mhm.
scare any mom, but
Right.
to know like you're not the only one. Because everything you said, I was like, dang. And this is my third time, right? And you're thinking like, been there, done that, got this. I'm on my third. What you been doing? And it's like, no, I'm doing it all over again. I'm like, dang, it really is hard to take a shower. So I will say this, even though my husband knows, like clearly I clean myself, y'all. Like I'm not dirty. But I told him, I said, out of everything that I have to do, like you said, clockwork of feeding my baby, I need that 45 minutes. If I'm in there for 1 hour to take a shower, don't come in there telling me he hungry. Don't come in there telling me that he ain't stopped crying. Just give me the hour. When I get out the shower, I will take him back. We'll figure out what's going on with the other two kids, what if we're gonna order for dinner, if we're gonna heat something up, if we're gonna eat a bowl of cereal. But give me that hour, 45 minutes to an
Amen.
hour. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. For the first 15 minutes, I'm just trying to figure out in the pile of clothes I haven't folded if I can find some drawers and another bra.
Yep.
Because again, he probably done threw up on the last bra. So we gotta find another. Not and then you gotta put the pads inside the bra because you may leak. Then you
Yeah.
gotta find a shirt big enough to go over your milk jugs because they can't be tight and restricted. Cause that's gonna be crazy work. That's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, leave my 15 minutes of me wandering around my room to figure out like I have no idea what nothing is. And then I promise you I'm gonna get in the shower. And then I'm gonna stand there. I'm gonna get my life together, and I'm gonna say that what I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this water bill up. I'm for all the people who out there.
Deserving.
Yeah, this not the episode for you. If you out here saying the environment, baby, let me have my moment. The shower is not common space, and ain't nobody telling me to cut the water off until my body say, "Okay, Brittany, this is enough. Get out the shower." That's all I'm saying. Oh yes,
I'm so with you on that. Yeah, and it took me a while to figure out little like hacks that would help
yeah,
me. So when she got to a certain age, I could use the high chair and I could talk to her while I was showering. So, it was like different things or like you said, as simple as communicating, husband, I need an hour. Like,
yeah,
and for real, like I need you to hold it down for an hour.
for an hour. That's it.
When you're the mom, sometimes you don't feel that you have permission to do that. Like it's almost like
Mm-hmm.
because of your maternal instincts kicking in, you feel like
Mm-hmm.
you have to do it all.
Yes.
So, to the mom that's listening, like, you don't have to do everything. I pray you don't. I pray you're
No.
not in a situation to where you have to. And there's like little things along the way. Like, if you do open up and you do share with your village, your friends, your family, those who have kids, and who you can trust with talking to, because some people be like, girl, you get over it. Like,
Yeah. Don't
we
talk
did
to
it.
them.
You'll get through it. That's not really encouraging, by the way, y'all. You'll kind of know who to reach out to, and that maybe they can share what they did when they had their kids. I think this is definitely the time to really lean into your friends and family who have kids and maybe kids around your age
Yeah.
ish, because the farther what I realized, the farther people were away from having their kids, the more they kind of they forgot like the ins and outs of the hard times,
Yeah.
straight up.
Very true.
And they will give you advice, and it's like, yeah, they'll say stuff like, yeah, you need to sleep when the baby sleeps. I'm breastfeeding and pumping, so
And that
you don't
pee I
even
was
know how
holding
long
for
my
30 minutes. I'm
you don't
finally about to go
exactly.
let it out. Right.
Okay, finally got the baby down. I don't know how long the baby's going to sleep. I need to wash my breast pump parts. Then I try to lay down and then my chest is waking me up. I'm trying to ignore it, but if I ignore it, I get mastitis. Y'all, stop repeating things that you just hear people say.
Listen, because she's speaking all the facts today. And I appreciate you for doing that. Thank
Just
you.
empathize, listen, send a
Yes.
scripture. I believe you. Is there something that I can do to support you? If people could start asking that question more, how can I support you today? I can't physically be there today, but I can be there on X date. Would that be helpful? Like, are you hungry? Can I send you some food?
And matter of fact, don't even ask me. Just
Just
send it.
send me a Uber
Just
gift card.
and if you don't know what I like, I mean, who hates spaghetti? I don't, girl. Bake ziti. Bring. I
Lasagna.
ate the meatballs at the baby shower. I would eat them meatballs if you gonna make them again. Nacho dip. I'm not picky. Is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get to our last question. Again, this is not our typical you're done episodes, y'all. So these are a little bit shorter, but I'm hoping we're giving y'all some really great content and some things to share with other moms, or hopefully help you out during your postpartum journey. But the question we're gonna end out with, again, because motherhood is never done, is what is one thing motherhood has taught you? And it could be this week, or it could be something that you learned with your first baby
Hmm.
months ago. But what is one thing motherhood has taught you?
Every season is temporary. So, though we have talked about hard times during postpartum, there are the joys. My sister in law had mentioned to me, just wait until you see your baby's first smile. Or she'll say, just wait until you hear your baby's first coo, you know?
Yeah.
And it's those little glimmers that give you that push to move forward. So I would say personally, I've learned how resilient I am, how dependable I can be. I just have so much more respect for myself too, because we're walking in the land of unknown. Like, these babies don't really come with a manual, and what works for one baby doesn't necessarily work for
No.
another. That I'm solution oriented, in that I have an amazing husband, and my goodness, I'm so blessed. Um, also that I'm not in this alone.
Yeah.
Like, there's hope. So be open to things evolving, you evolving, your baby is ever changing too. Your
Yes.
partner is going to evolve throughout this process as well. I would also say motherhood has also taught me to be open minded, and you can do this. You can absolutely do this.
For sure. Oh, well, thank you so much. That
Thank
was good.
you.
That was perfect. Motherhood is definitely a journey. It's not a linear street. It never ends, and you're forever figuring out. I swear, once your baby does one thing and you like, okay, I got that. They gonna learn something new. And they gonna be on to something else, and you gonna have to figure that out. One moment they love mac and cheese, and then next week you gonna swear they ain't never had cheese in their life. So it happens, guys. It literally happens. But hopefully y'all stick around for more real conversations with me, or hopefully Desto will be able to come on at least one episode. But if not, at least with your girl, Be More. And we'll have some more real conversations around motherhood. So y'all be sure to tune in next week.
Awesome. Thank you for having
Yeah.
me.